Did Pixar make the same movie twice?
Kind of, but not really in the way that you'd expect. One thing you might have noticed about this video so far is that Ember and Nick were in the thumbnail. But you might have also noticed that Zootopia is not a Pixar movie. Unless you didn't notice that, then that's just really awkward. So if the thumbnail doesn't match with the title, then why is he there? Well, it's because some dumb, stupid idiots decided that Elemental and Zootopia were the same movie. Hold up. I want to give some quick credit to my sister, Parker. She made the thumbnail for this and like all the other good videos. Just ignore the ones that happened before that. Alright, you can have your title card back. The first thing we need to think about is how are Elemental and Zootopia connected? Racism. It's just racism. Thanks for that insight, Twitter. That's pretty lame considering that people are saying that this is the same movie. So I dug a little more and found out that people are also comparing this movie to Inside Out. What? Do characters have emotion and what? You're telling me characters in Elemental experienced emotions as there were in Inside Out? I mean, really, just because the characters are colored the same doesn't mean that they're the same. There's just color. So, the only notable similarity between Elemental and Zootopia are themes of racism. So does that make them the same movie? No, it doesn't. Elemental and Zootopia do two different things. Although they both have the idea of racism in them, there's still the idea of family that's found far more in Elemental than in Zootopia. So the first thing we need to do to find out if these movies are truly similar is to analyze the plot. Now, because I'm a lazy son of a gun, I wrote this down on a piece of paper because I didn't feel like memorizing it. And now, to summarize the plot of Elemental. Family member raises family. Daughter feels in debt to her father. Daughter grows up trying to make her family proud. She starts to find other passions, but she can't due to her dedication towards her dad. Then, the movie deals with the balance between the two relationships. It's one versus world. Daughter versus family. You notice something here? You notice it? Where's the racism? Where's the racism? You may have noticed that there was no racism in that statement, but did you notice that that plot description is the exact same for another movie made by Pixar? To you, I pitch Turning Red. Allow me to open the scroll now, and rather than thinking of Elemental's plot, think about Turning Red's plot. Family member raises a family. The daughter feels in debt. The daughter grows up trying to make her family proud. She starts to find other passions, but she can't follow them due to her dedication to her family. Then, the movie deals with the balance between the two relationships. It's one versus world. So we just found a direct connection between two Pixar movies. So does that mean Pixar made the same movie twice? No, they didn't. Still no. It's still no. So now that we know that some parts of Turning Red and Zootopia are connected to Elemental in some way, we have to compare Zootopia and Turning Red. Easily, one of the connections is that there's talking animals. But then you also have to consider that many other animated films do this, like the majority. Ratatouille, Up, The Good Dinosaur, Finding Nemo, Soul, A Bug's Life. They all have talking animals, or insects, I guess. Having animals in an animated movie is not a foreign concept as we've just described here. The animals are just there to make the kids enjoy the movie a bit more, because they're gonna see a dinosaur and be like, Mommy, look! Having a movie with talking animals doesn't make it the same as any other movie. It really just makes it a stereotypical kids movie. Let's think of a second connection between Turning Red and Zootopia. I got nothing. While writing my notes for this part, I could legitimately only think of one connection between them. Talking animals. And that's a weak connection. So, dear viewer, here's your homework. You're going to go into the comments and you're going to tell me what other connection you can find between these things, and then maybe I'll be convinced a little bit, but I'll be sure to respond to you, so don't worry. I'm not popular yet. I can talk to you guys. But what that says to me is that Zootopia and Elemental have almost no connection to each other. If Zootopia and Turning Red are nothing like each other, then how are they both like Elemental? Let's talk recipes for a sec. Let's say you want to make some chocolate milk. You need milk and you need chocolate syrup. Or you can just pre-buy it, but ignore that. If you want to make chocolate milk, you need to have a cup, you need to pour the milk in, and you need to put the chocolate syrup in. However, if you don't put milk and chocolate together, then you don't get chocolate milk. But hey, milk by itself tastes pretty good. Chocolate syrup by itself, it tastes pretty good. Trust me, I've chugged the bottle before. But when you combine them, it makes something totally different. So here's the connection. Zootopia is the milk, Turning Red is the chocolate. And what's the result? Chocolate milk. Elemental. If you have good ingredients, then you'll make a good movie. Elemental took the overall message from both Zootopia and Turning Red and combined it into one to show what happens when they conflict with each other. So unless you think milk and chocolate separate is the same thing as chocolate milk, then Elemental is a unique and good movie. So does that mean Pixar created the same movie twice? No, and I swear to God, if you ask me one more time, I will punch you. And you know what? I'm gonna punch you now. So here's your conclusion. Zootopia focuses on racism, Turning Red focuses on familial relationships, and Elemental shows the conflict between both of them. So no movie was created twice, but there are similarities, and you almost always find a similarity between a movie, unless it's talking animals, in which I will hurt you with a weapon. I have a bomb. This video was inspired by a viewer, like you, but probably you're better than them, probably. I had a guy on my Elemental video make a comment about how Elemental is the same as Zootopia, and I basically wrote this video in Word form to him. So, yeah. So shout out to Rifa's Club. I hope you come back. This video is for you. Alright, I want to go home now. Let me know what videos I should make in the comments. Help me! Help! Help! Help me!